Howdy. Interpersonal communication class. Hi, welcome back. We're halfway through this star model thing, the star model thing. But again, let's reiterate. The reason we're doing this is so that we can chat with and get along with and hang out with people that may not even share our same truth, to be better communicators. Okay, because that's the class. That's the class. Remember on day one when I told you it's like how to get along with almost anybody and talk with almost anybody and communicate. Okay, because we live in communities. Oh yeah. All right. The STAR model, the cure for dogma. All right. Up at the very tippy top, number one, the stuff you know. Great. I'm not belittling knowledge. You need to know stuff. And in this institution called school, you need to know it so you can pass the test. But if, think about it. But Einstein himself, Uncle Al, said imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination, okay? Like, oh, there it is again. There, right there, that black dot. If you can use your imagination and see an eye patch on a naked albino pirate in the middle of a snowstorm, see the top of a telephone pole looking down, it's more than just knowing stuff, okay? But you have to know some stuff. Man, don't get me wrong. If I go to the doctor, she should know medicine. She should know medicine. Okay? I'm just saying. But now, number two, the stuff that you don't even know, even more important. Sometimes in the commons, we argue our opinions that were dogmatically fed to us, and we know tiny little bits about what we're arguing. And there are 45 bazillion things that we don't even know, but boy, are we adamant about it. And that's why I prescribe number three, a great explorer, a great open-minded explorer. I was telling you, I have some friends, I have some acquaintances for sure, oh my God, no, open-minded exploration. We talked about it yesterday. The stuff that goes in, the new ideas, great, but don't forget to, some of the old crap just has to fall out. It has to. Or you're stagnant. Stagnation. That doesn't even sound fun. It really doesn't. All right, here we go. The STAR model and the third point, the open-minded explorer, that's going to take some time. And this is where most people is just like, no. Joswiak, you mean if I really want to make my own truth, I got to do stuff like this? Joswiak, oh my God, seriously? I have to actually, I'll be right back. Okay. I gotta read like this and then, yeah, this is where it stops usually. Like, oh, no. And that's why people are comfortable sometimes. Comfortable being someone else's puppet. Whoa, that's weird. Because it takes work to form your own truth. You're just going to let people give you truth. Okay, those are your choices. Now let's pretend you want to act according to a self-generated truth. Let's pretend you understand what I'm talking about as far as being someone else's puppet, and you want to cut the puppet strings. You want to cut the puppet strings. Let's keep with the politics because it's pressing and it's what I started with as far as the example is concerned. So let's pretend you want to go into the voting booth, okay, and bubble in. See, that's not a black dot anymore. That's the bubble that you fill in for the candidate of your choice. Okay? That's the bubble that you fill in. Listen. Let's pretend you want to do that by yourself, for yourself, not the puppet of anyone else, having come to your own truth. Well, it's going to take work. It's going to take work, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing process. Okay, it is. A great explorer, but you know what? Just like any other explorer, it's fun. It's fun. You know what's not fun? Stagnation. You know what's not fun? Being out in the commons, arguing something, and ending up having to say, well, it's just what I believe. Or, my mom told me that I'm an X, so X it is. You know, I don't know. Terrible argument. Okay, hi. Open-minded exploration. And then what? Okay, well, let's pretend you've done the work. Let's pretend you have listened with your senses. Let's pretend you have looked with your eyes. You've read, you've watched, you solicited people's opinions, various different people's opinions on both sides of issues. Okay? No confirmation bias, no belief perseverance. You have just gone on an open-minded explore. Now, here's the key. Look at number 4, the star model. Excuse me. Look at number 4, the star model. Once I've read all this, once I've looked at both sides of an issue, once I have done the great explore, okay, I now can, and running with my same example, after the exploration, I now can create my own truth about what it means in this culture, in this country, to be, in this case, Republican. I can create my own truth based on the stuff that I've read, the 98 planks in the Republican Party platform. I can create my own truth about what it means to be Republican. But because of all the stuff I've read, because of all the stuff I've looked at, because of everything I can listen to, I can also now create my own truth about what it means to be a Democrat. So now I have a truth that I have created through hard exploration and work about what it means to be Republican and what it means to be Democrat. I have those truths now that I have built. Okay, great. Yay, now what? Okay, well, here's what. Okay, after you, number 4, after you create the truths about what it means, in this example, to be a Republican and what it means to be a Democrat, this next step must occur. The next step is paramount. Okay? Do not skip. Excuse me. Itchies. Got itchies. Ow. Do not skip the next step. Okay? Look at what I'll call step 5, the judgment. Judge. Yeah. You created a truth about X and a truth about Y, a truth about Democrat, a truth about Republican. You've got those truths now. They're in your arsenal. They're there. Okay. Now you have to judge them. Judge them against what? Well, here's something else. Here's something else we don't want you to think about. Here's something else we don't want you to think about. Who are you at your inner core, the very inner core of you. You know what lives in there? And are we going to look at this in chapters 7, 8, and 9. Okay? If we have to study how to be a best friend, we better look into these things. Listen. In my inner core, I have things like feelings, my emotions. In my inner core, I have things like values, what I find of worth, values. Okay? I have my truths, my beliefs, my values, my morals. I have in my inner core, I have my emotions. What makes me happy? What makes me sad? Okay? And I have to know myself from the inside out to do this next step. Sometimes this is harder than the actual exploration. Sometimes this is harder than all of the stuff that I have to read, because we're not used to it. We're not used to looking inside. Here is another case where we are told what to feel, what to believe, and what is of value. We are told that. Can you imagine, having your own inner core values, your very values molded by other people and shoved at you? Man, I tell you what. Okay? Now, there's so many things to look into and to read and to explore about this. But I'm going to tell you, you are you, and that inner core of you is like fingerprints. It's like snowflakes. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Okay? It's like your fingerprints, and you can't. What makes you happy makes you happy, and it doesn't make Tina happy. What makes you cry makes you cry. What makes you sad makes you sad, and it doesn't make Tony sad. We are absolute individuals at that inner core of our course, at who we are. Okay? Way more about this in chapter 7 and 8. Way more about it. Okay? But right now I'm going to tell you this. That inner core is what we use to make judgments about the truth. We align those new truths to who we are at that inner core. Okay? This is just so much fun to wrestle with and to think about. Because if you're going to act in that voting booth by dotting in a candidate in this example, okay? You better think about who you are at your heart of hearts, as my grandmother used to say. Who are you in your heart of hearts? That very inner core of you. What makes you sad? What makes you fearful? What makes you angry? How do you feel emotionally? Okay? What do you find of worth? Money? Family? The size of the McMansions up on the hill? What do you find of worth? Worthy? Okay? Truth? What do you find of worth? Okay, all right, now watch what we do. Please, watch what we do now. I take the truth that I have developed about what it means to be a Democrat, and I judge it against my inner core, or my heart of hearts, my feelings, my emotions, my values, my morals, and I weigh those against each other. Like, I have a truth about what it means now to be a Republican. How does it align with who I am at my core? Interesting. Okay. Here's what the Republican Party feels about this and this and this, and I'm inside now of who I really am, going, How does it align? How does that new truth that you built align with who you really are? Not who your grandfather is telling you you are. Not who your teachers are telling you who you are. No, not the. We'll talk way more about the labels people paste on. Okay, this is who you really are inside. Okay, judging the new truths against who you really are. Wow, wow. Now let's keep moving it around. Okay, I now have judged the truth about what it means to be Republican against my core. I have also judged what it means to be Democrat, the new truth I have about Democrats. I have judged that truth against my inner core, who I really am, what I value, what I feel, what I believe. And now I get to take, in this case, let's go party A or party B, party C, whatever you want to do. Listen, I take party B and I judge it one way or another. It goes like this. I think the truth about party B aligns with my inner core. I think it aligns with what I truly feel about XYZ. I think it aligns with my emotions on XYZ. Party C, I'm going to judge party C to not align. I'm going to judge it to not align with my morals, my values, my feelings, the rest of the truths that I have. Party C, no. Party B, yeah. Party B's the one for me. Oh, I just made that up. I don't even know. Listen, I've judged party B, okay, to align with my inner core. Now guess what? I have to go into the voting booth. I have to go into the voting booth and bubble in. I have to bubble in the candidate that represents party B. Why? Because I have a truth about that party. And that truth that I created after hard work, I created that truth. That truth that I created, I have now judged against my inner core feelings, values, and beliefs. And when I act, look at the next one. Look at the 6th point. In the voting booth, I now act according to the truth that I have developed, that I have judged to fit with my morals, my emotions, and my inner core. I have to act accordingly, or I'm a hypocrite, or worse yet, I'm a puppet of someone else. Okay? Campers, I know it's deep. I know it is. But it may be some of the most important things we get to think about as we study communication. Why do you have your truth? Is it dogma? Or did you take it in with your senses and develop it for yourself? Did you explore with an open mind to create your own truth that you judge against who you are at your inner core so that you're acting as a free, emancipated adult, free thinker? So that your actions reflect your truth? Your truth. Again, I thank my God all the time. And I think she's happy with the thanks. I do. I thank her all the time that I do not share the old me with the world. In other words, I have lost the dogmatic thinking that my grandfather instilled in me through hard exploration, creating my own truth, judging it against really how I felt in my core, my inner core. And I now try desperately every single day to act accordingly. I do. Most days I think I succeed. I try. Okay? All right, campers. There's the star model. There's the star model. Almost. Look at that inside, number 7. Boing. The inside of the star model, number 7. Yeah. We got to talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about, tomorrow we're going to talk about that inside, that little spiral thing with the, I borrowed that. When I developed this model, I stole that symbol. From a most wonderful Native American tribe. Just a true story. Stole it. More about that tomorrow. All right. I gotta love you. I really do. Each and every one of you. Okay? It's true. It's true. It is true.